Hi, my name is Dark Matter Wolf, and welcome back to my Marvel Champions YouTube channel, The Wolf Stand of Champions. Here, we bring to you everything Marvel Champions. We do deck lists like this video, gameplay videos, reviews, we'll go over card discussions, and much more. So if that's for you, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the Wolf Stand of Champions. Today, I have a very special video for you. I made a deck revolving Captain Danvers, S.H.I.E.L.D soldier card here. This deck is just like, it's so much fun because I've unlocked and I've opened about halfway through of Marvel Champions collections. I have the whole collection, just haven't opened everything and started playing and making decks yet. But I could see the difference between the first deck and how much of a card pool I had, of a small card pool to like a much more bigger card pool now. And with that being said, like, also have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, and I was playing that with my buddies, and I wanted to make a video of all those S.H.I.E.L.D cards, but I didn't want to really use Maria Hill or Nick Fury. I wanted to use someone who was from S.H.I.E.L.D, but there was no S.H.I.E.L.D hero specific characters besides Maria Hill and Nick Fury. But the main reason I wanted to do that was because I wanted to really just use Nick Fury ally and Nick Fury senior ally, and I was like, wait, who could I do this with that could actually make sense? So I found Captain Marvel here, who is a S.H.I.E.L.D soldier, but only an alter ego, and it works. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video here. But before we do, make sure to like this video. It helps me grow this channel so much. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I think we just hit like 42 subscribers. Thank you. Let's try to get 50. That'd be incredible, but let's go ahead and, without further ado, jump into this deck list. Here we have Carol Danvers. I named this deck Commander S.H.I.E.L.D Danvers because that's what she does. She's commander. She commands all the S.H.I.E.L.D agents, and then she goes into hero mode and just saves the day after everyone else does all the hard work. She will do the leading from the front. Ironically, I don't actually have lead from the front in this deck, but I think I might add it later. I don't know, I'm still tweaking it. And that's what's really cool about this deck, is you can, in Marvel Champions, you can just tweak anything to your liking, right? So I'm gonna go over through the deck list real quick, and then I'll go and explain the cards after. So we have Carol Danvers, and we have Captain Marvel, but mainly you play a lot in Carol Danvers mostly. You'll be flipping pretty much every single turn until you're fully set up, and then you just kind of stay in Captain Danvers, and then when you use your hero specific cards is when you'll go to Captain Marvel. This deck is just so much fun, and I'm so excited to unlock the rest of the card pool so I can just continue to make some crazy decks like this. I think I think I might have done something original, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, like, I just have so much fun doing this. And the main reason, like I said, I wanted to do this was to really use the hero, the ally cards, Nick Fury and Nick Fury Senior, but you can't use those cards in the Maria Hill deck, or the Maria Hill hero or Nick Fury. So I gotta wait for Winter Soldier to do some crazy stuff that I want to do with this deck, but until he's released, we got Captain Danvers, and she works really good with this. So here we go. Her hero specific cards, of course, everyone knows these. They come with the core set. If you don't know, Captain Marvel actually comes in the core box, which is mandatory to play Marvel Champions, so make sure you pick that up. Or if you're wondering, and if you're new to Marvel Champions and you don't find or see it on the Hall of Heroes, that she comes in the core box. You get 3 event cards here, which is going to be Crisis Introduction. We got Photonic Blast, 3 copies of Photonic Blast, Energy Absorption, Alpha Flight Station, which is a S.H.I.E.L.D card, and that'll come up later. We have Captain Marvel's helmet, 2 Cosmic Flights, and 2 energy channels. So these here, I'll go into more depth about how I use all these and everything. I also have a whole complete rate and review of Captain Marvel's hero specific cards. So if that's something you want to check out, it should be linked somewhere over here, and it'll also be linked at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and get into the meat of the deck. This is a 50 card leadership deck based around everything S.H.I.E.L.D. So here we have 10 allies, and they all have the S.H.I.E.L.D. trait. I'm missing Agent 13, which I need to get out of Sinister Motives, which is the next core box that I'm going to be, opening up. And then once I do, I'll probably like fluff her in. I might also add Hawkeye. He's not the, he's a leadership ally, comes in the core box as well. He's not a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent trait, S.H.I.E.L.D. trait, but he is an Avenger and he does pretty much work with S.H.I.E.L.D. So I don't know why he didn't get the S.H.I.E.L.D. The S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, the S.H.I.E.L.D. trait, but it is what it is. Here are the cards, so I'll go ahead and go over them. We play Dum Dum Dugan. He's a 5-cost ally, 3 thwarts, 3 attack. He takes a lot of consequential damage on both. He's a 5 health. He's got a interrupt ability. When you use one of Dum Dugan's basic powers, exhaust up to 3 S.H.I.E.L.D. cards you control. For each card exhausted this way, Dum 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 gets 1 plus attack. 1 plus to that power for this use, the basic power. So you can exhaust up to 3. So you don't have to do 3, you can do 1, and he can thwart for 4 or attack for 4 to get rid of those pesky minions. Or I tried this deck out with my buddies, and we played Kang, and there was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, so juiced them up to 3 by 3, and I just one-shotted that Tyrannosaurus Rex with 6. It was really cool, really fun to play that, and Kang I think is really fun when you play multiplayer. But we'll go into all that stuff later. Dum Dum Dugan is one of the allies I play. We got Mockingbird, also a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. She's a spy. She's got 3 health, 3 cost, 1 attack, 1 thwart. Response after Mockingbird enters play, stun an enemy. So I really like her, especially to set up for like, I'll play her in hero mode, and then I'll flip down to Carol Danvers and just continue on there. And it's a free alter ego turn because the villain, or sorry, you stun them, and sorry, I do it the reversed way. I got confused. That's how I play Spider-Woman. But you play Mockingbird, you stun the enemy in alter ego, then you go into attack mode, you attack, do what you got to do, and then you flip back down. You don't get hit because he's stunned. So I really like playing her that way. We got Grant Ward. I got a love-and-hate relationship with this guy just because he can defend, and after you reveal a treachery card, you may spend a genius resource. So you have to pretty much use a genius resource every turn, every villain phase. So if you do not, you take damage equal to Grant Ward's attack, and then you remove Grant Ward from the game. But I do like him just as a free drop to do those 2 damage, and also if I need to do some damage to myself, if I'm fully healed, I'll go ahead and drop him and then leave him down, and then I'll take 2 damage. So then I can use her hero action rechannel to heal 1 because I can't do it unless I have some damage on me. So, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with Grant Ward. This is probably the card that I'll probably swap out just because he can't defend for Agent 13 whenever I get her unlocked. But here is the MVP. Besides Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury, also core box card here, is a 4-cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. This is the S.H.I.E.L.D. spy. So force response. If you don't know what Nick Fury does, you're about to find out. After Nick Fury enters play, choose 1, remove 2 threat from a scheme, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage. And at the end of the round, if Nick Fury's still in play, you discard him. So this card here is so, like, he's just so good, especially in this deck. I also play Nick Fury Sr., which is not as good as the original Nick, but he's just below. This one here focuses more on threat removal, and because he removes 3 threat, and if you attack, that's a total of 5 threat. And then, sorry, if you thwart, it's a total of 5 threat, but he also has, you can give a S.H.I.E.L.D. character a tough status. So if you're in Carol Danvers, she's a S.H.I.E.L.D. character, you can give her a tough status. So that's really cool. He also gives you can draw 2 cards with him, and he's a meat shield. And at the end of the round, he just goes away. So the original Nick is, I think, better, but let me know in the comments what you think there. I also play one copy of War Machine, Mr. James Rhodey here. He is a shield Avenger. 4 cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack. He gets ranged and he has toughness, so really good for meat shield. I like him also when there's retaliate minions or something. Melinda May also is another good card here. 4 cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack. She's got a response, so and whenever she uses her basic powers, look at the top encounter card and you may discard that card. Really good, situational, but when the situation is right, works really great. Here we have Victoria Hand. 3 costs, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 health, shield character, leadership. This card is like top 5 favorite cards in this deck because there's so many times where I'll just like play her after I do a big turn and I have like a shield support or command team, helicarrier or something, and then I'll just play Victoria or like even Alpha Flight Station and unsuspend it, discard a card, draw 2 cards while I'm in Carol Danvers, and it's just crazy because you can unsuspend those supports and it does really like, oh my, I have played, you'll see. I play so many supports that she can do all that crazy stuff. Slingshot, such a good card here, especially with the energy resource. I got a couple cards in here that have and use energy resources that I'll go more in depth of, but action, spend an energy resource, put Slingshot into play from your hand for 1, and under any player's control, at the end of the phase, if Slingshot is still in play, you return to your hand. So really good. And then we got, of course, the MVP. Another MVP is Maria Hill here. 2 costs, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 health. After Maria Hill enters play, each player draws 1 card. So believe it or not, we all want the same thing. These are the allies that I have. I have 10 in this deck, and they're all shield characters. Like I mentioned, I'm still missing a few shield agents that I'm going to be putting in here, probably switch them out, or even add Hawkeye in here. I might bump it up to 12. I'm not sure yet. I'm still tweaking the deck just a little bit, but for the most part, it works really great. I have a lot of resource cards in here, and because they're a lot of expensive cards, but oh my gosh, this deck is so much fun. I have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. double resources here because I think it's fitting. You know, it's Commander S.H.I.E.L.D. Danvers, Leadership, and Genius, Energy, Strength. We got a lot of great cards in here. So we do the Power in All of Us. Max 2 Protect is a resource card. Double the number of resource this card generates when paying for basic gray cards. Really good for Avengers Mansion, Helicarrier, all of the allies besides these 3 here, so 7 of your allies get double. So if you have this and double resource, you pretty much just pay 2 cards to bring out those allies there. So it's really nice, really nice instead of paying 4 full cards. We have this broken card here. This card is so good. I hope I'm using it right, but yes. It is organizational support. When you spend this card, exhaust up to 3 allies and or supports you control that share a trait. So everything has to be shield with your identity. So you have to be in Carol Danvers' specific situation to use organizational support. And that's where the whole theme of this goes. I used to have training team building exercise, but it didn't work because I didn't read that it had to be a hero action, and I was playing it wrong, and I thought I could use it, but she's an Avenger Soldier, not Avenger Shield, so I can't use that card, but I could use it with Winter Soldier when he comes out, so I'll probably morph all this to Winter Soldier, and it's just going to be insane. But for now, you make sure if you do use this card, use it while you're in Carol Danvers. That's the only time you can use it. And so you use this to pay for something, then you generate 3 resources of those allies and supports that you exhaust, but you have to make sure that you're not doing a big turn. There's also cards here that you can exhaust that you don't really use for things like the Triskelion, and if you don't use Alpha Flight Station, or I don't know why you wouldn't use it, but you know what I'm saying? You have ways to use this card here. And then I have 2, the Power of Leaderships. This here is supposed to be the 3rd copy of the Power of Leadership. Technically, you can only have 2 of these, but this is like my way of like having that. There's also another card, Leadership, which is called Band Together, I think, or something like that. It's a leadership card. Depending on how many allies you have out on the field, or in play, you can generate a resource for up to 3, depending on how many allies. So if you have 3, you play it, you generate 3, it uses for 3, but that card is a little bit more situational, so I really do enjoy this card here, and also that card doesn't count as a regular basic resource, so if you have no allies out, it doesn't generate any resources. So organizational support, I like it a lot more. I'm only trying 1 copy for now because I don't want to constantly exhaust everything and then not have them or you be able to use them. But it's good for like a 1-turn card play to get something big out, like the S.H.I.E.L.D, which is another card that I do play. Here we have hero specific upgrades. Technically they're hero specific. I mean, they're great cards, but 1 cost upgrades here, endurance and downtime. I use this in every single deck just because I play a lot of true solo, and when I do play true solo, as much recovery and as much HP that you have, the better. So she'll go up to 15 hit points, and she'll recover for 6 if I have both of these active here, which is good because you don't really get to flip down in a lot of decks a lot. In this deck you do, which is really nice because she's always like full of health all the time. Here is another like one of my favorite cards in this deck here, and there's many reasons why. Enhanced reflexes. This card here, I really enjoy it because it's a 2-cost upgrade. Hero resource, exhaust enhanced reflexes, remove 1 energy counter from it and generate a energy resource. So this card here, I use it so much when I am, well, you have to use it while you're Carol Danvers, but the only reason I have this card in here, excuse me, is because her ability here, rechannel, uses energy resource, rechannel, and then energy channel here, you spend X amount of energy resource, you put energy counters on here. I mainly use these to pay for her rechannel, to load these up and just go through them. There's another card here, Photonic Blast is also another reason why I use that. So whenever I need to deal with a minion or just deal, a big chunk of damage, and I have these cards and I have the resources, why not, right? I'll go ahead and, while I'm in hero specific, I'll go ahead and exhaust enhanced reflexes. I'll use a double energy, and I'll pay for Photonic Blast pretty much with 1 double energy card because this fills the other spot. And then I draw a card and I do 5 damage. The synergy is so crazy in this deck, and I'm so excited. If you do play this deck and try it out, please let me know in the comments what you guys think there. On top of that, like, this card can also, you could use it to pay for, like you can activate Helicarrier, reduce the next card, you activate enhanced resources, enhanced reflexes, that's already 2 for an ally, and then like say Melinda May, and then you just pay with a double energy to pay for the rest. So really good. A lot of, like I mentioned, a lot of 4 costs here. So I got Nick Fury's, I got War Machine, Melinda May. So it works out. It works really good. And then also Dum Dum Dugan, which is 5. So these guys are all expensive. So potentially they cost 2, which is just 1 double energy, or 3, which is a double energy and another card. So your hand, which I forgot to mention, is always full every turn because Captain Marvel has a good hand size of 5. But when we play this deck a lot of alter ego. You're mainly in alter ego, or you're flipping back and forth through alter ego. You're always in alter ego in between turns. Like every turn you'll either go flip down or flip up, flip down and flip up, and until you get fully set up, and then you're just pretty much in Carol Danvers until you have to load up, until you have your energy channel fully loaded up, and you just go ahead and just unleash the 10 massive damage. But her hand size is 6. And then you use Commander, which that's why hence of the title of the deck, Commander S.H.I.E.L.D. Danvers. She commands all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and then she just draws you a card. So hand size of 6, draw a card each commander after some time you use it each turn. 7 card hand size. You can do so much, especially with so many resources and just a lot of upgrades. Once you're fully set up, she just goes so crazy. I play 3 copies here of Command Team because I play a lot of allies, And this card's just busted. There's no conditions, there's no requirements to it. It's just a 2-cost support shield card, uses 3 command counters, action, exhaust command team, and remove 1 command counter from it, ready an ally. We played 11 allies in this deck because of Spider-Woman as well. You can do so much. You attack, you unsuspend, you attack again. And if you have not Grant Ward, if you have Dum Dum Dugan, you exhaust him for 3. Sorry, you use his basic, you exhaust 3 supports, you still have this. Say you have 6 supports out and other allies, you do 6 thwart, and then you exhaust this, you exhaust 3 more shield cards. It's just, it's crazy, I'm telling you, it's so crazy. You could do just so much with this, and I love this deck. I love that we made this here, and we have one of the best cards in leadership. Also, a core box card, Make the Call. And I love that it's shield agents in the background. It's just so fitting. Action, 0 cost to activate this card, and then the action, you pay for the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile. Put that ally into play under your control. So if you're playing multiplayer, this card really shines more. But when you're playing this deck here, you have so many options to do crazy stuff. Like you can use Make the Call, right, to get Maria Hill. You can make the call to get Victoria Hand to unsuspend a shield support card and then go even more burr. You get Dum Dum Dugan back. You can go and get either of the Knicks. You can use their ability because there are when they enter play, and then also Mockingbird here. Love these cards, love these interactions, or if you need someone with a toughness. So here is, War Machine, or even if you want Melinda May back, or even better, you get Slingshot, like some way Slingshot gets into your discard, right? You can bring her back, and actually that doesn't work out, but you can still bring her back and still use her, and just do a bunch of stuff there. So this deck is really cool. You could really just abuse. Mainly what I use, Make the Call, is to just abuse Nick Fury and Maria Hill and Victoria Hand, and also bring back Dum Dum Dugan. It just depends what kind of situation I'm in and what I need, and it's really nice that Make the Call brings them back. Just insanity. This deck, I'm telling you, is so much fun, so crazy, and the synergy here is just like, my goodness, it's crazy. I get 1 copy of the Triskelion, unique, 1-cost support, location shield. Increase your ally support by 1. This allows you to control more than 3 allies. So this card here I'll use for Dum Dum Dugan to pay the cost to exhaust here, because it is a shield location and it works for that. I think. But this allows you to have 4 allies out, and there's a lot of times that I usually have 4 allies out. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a really good card as well, but you can only activate and use this when you're in Carol Danvers. We play a lot, like I mentioned, we are in Carol Danvers a lot, unless I need to use Energy Channel or Photonic Blast, or also just some extra thwarting of Crisis Introduction. And we flip-flop, but mainly we'll stay in Carol Danvers a lot. That's what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is for. So if you each of your characters has the S.H.I.E.L.D. trait, this card gains Interrupt. When you reveal an encounter card, exhaust this card, cancel the effects of the card and discard it, then reveal another card from your encounter deck. So I'll go ahead and use that as some defense against treacheries when I'm in Alter Ego. We got the Cersei, such a broken card. Costs so much, but it comes out with 2 deploy counters. And action, exhaust the Cersei, remove 1 deploy counter from it, choose a player. That player puts an ally into play from their hand. So I'll mainly use this for like Nick Fury or Dum Dum Dugan because they cost so much. Or I'll just play whatever I can play, depending on the situation, what the board looks like, whatever I need, I'll go ahead and do that. And this also works in multiplayer because you choose any player, so it's so much fun. Like say they have a big ally that they want to play, and you can just be like, hey, I got you. But I also play Sky Destroyer. Love this card. I wish it wasn't just once per turn, and with Victoria Hand, it doesn't have to be. So after you play a shield card, exhaust Sky Destroyer, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Super nice to get rid of toughness on the villain or like a minion. I'll play an ally, exhaust, do the 2 damage, gets rid of the shield of the toughness, and then if I play Veronica Hand on exhaust and then play another shield card, another 2 damage. So Sky Destroyer is really nice to do just the chip damage or all that stuff. And then I got, of course, Helicarrier, which is Helicarrier. I mean, Helicarrier is so crazy. It's such a good card. It's a shield location, 3-cost support, and then Avengers Mansion. So if you have Avengers Mansion out and Helicarrier, I like to say that you pretty much have like about 8 to 9 cards in your hand, because this reduces the cost of 1, and this draws you 1, this draws you 1. You already start with 6. So 6, draw a card because of Commander is 7, draw a card because of Avengers Mansion. That's 8 cards you're starting with, and 1 card will cost less each turn. Insane. When you have a full hand of cards and you have all your upgrades out, like this deck just, oh my goodness, I'm telling you, when you're fully set up, you do so much. And when your board looks like this, you can just put 1 out there. This will be on your heroes. Let me see, where's the energy channel? I usually have about like 3. Pretty much I usually have about like 3 guys out. I have like 2 reflexes out, and then energy channel out here. This is pretty much what your board looks like in a sense for the most part here. And then you just filter, you go so much through your cards, because you draw pretty much 7 each turn because of Carol Danvers. And this is what your deck looks like most of the time. You draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 10 allies and 10 resource cards that you're just potentially, well, you have more actually. Just kidding, I forgot the hero specific cards. But you go through so much that you're constantly using all your cards. Okay, so this is what the deck looks like pretty much with the hero specific cards as well. But you have not 10, because you have, do I have 10? I think I have 10 resource cards with energy absorption, and then 10 allies. So you'll draw resources and you'll draw cards. And then you have all this here to do stuff. I'm telling you, man, this deck goes crazy insane. You swarm a bunch of allies that do really good stuff, and you pay for stuff here. You can unexhaust, do a little bit of damage, bring stuff out for free. It's just so much fun to play this deck, especially when you have 7 cards in your hand. And my favorite thing about this deck, right, is all your shield agents do everything. And wee little agent energy channel is way down here in the corner. And just pretty much each turn, whatever cards that you have left over of energy resource that you didn't use that turn, you'll go ahead and put it on energy channel. And once that's nice and full, you'll flip up and you'll hit the villain or hit whatever you need to hit for 10 damage. Insane. And usually you have another one in this hand, so once you use that, you play the other one and you do it over again. So she does a lot of really cool, fun stuff with all her deck. And then she's got her hero specific cards to do all the other stuff. This deck, I'm telling you, is so much fun. I'm so happy with it, and I've had so much fun and a lot of success with it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Go ahead and try it out yourselves if you want to. Tweak it. Let me know what you would change to it. But 7 cards is crazy. So that is the Commander Commander S.H.I.E.L.D. Danvers 50 card leadership deck. This is like, I'm so happy with this deck, and I cannot wait, like I said, to open the rest of my collection and start getting into the amazingness of deck building with an entire collection. I used to build some crazy decks in the other TCGs that I used to play, Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and all that stuff, but that was my favorite part about those things, was deck building, and plus the 20-minute combos in Yu-Gi-Oh. But besides that, Marvel Champions is my new love, and I don't need to buy a new pack or a new case of cards to get the $300 cards and then get 3 copies of that to be able to make a deck and play the deck for one format to get banned. And then so happy that I can do this. So happy that I can do all this, and it's just like here, and I don't need to, you know what I'm saying? So Marvel Champions, such an amazing game. Love this game. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm also almost at 50 subscribers, so if you want to help out, go ahead and subscribe right now. And for more Marvel Champions YouTube videos, go ahead and click on this playlist right here. And for the specific YouTube video that YouTube thinks you're gonna like, go ahead and click right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Dark Matter Wolf reminding you that you matter here at the Wolf Stand Up Champions, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.